coffee for this one. Also, can we take a second to appreciate this outfit, gray on gray? Today is all dedicated to kitchen and pantry declutter and organization. I'm really excited for today because we're getting ready for our move literally a month from now. We just have like not a lot of things in our kitchen, but we want to make sure that we have a good idea of what we're going to sell. We're gonna have like no space for the move, so we really need to take inventory of everything that we have. I'm creating zones in the house so it's not too overwhelming, and I wanted to start with the kitchen and pantry. Well, I guess before we start, I kind of want to tell you how I'm going to start, what the lay of the land is going to look like here today. So I'm basically going to pull out all of our things and I'm going to put it on our dining table. I actually created this sheet to keep track of all the items that we have and what we're planning on selling, what we're planning on keeping, and what we're going to sell that item for. Let's pull everything out from the cupboards. We're starting with the kitchen and then we will move over to the pantry right after.
My best friend didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it.
Okay, so as I'm working through this, I noticed that some drawers, I don't necessarily need to like pull everything out. For instance, the multivitamins that I have in this drawer with the cutting boards, I don't need to pull out the multivitamins. I know we use them every day. Just like I know the 2 cutting boards that we use, and they're the ones that have the, I don't know if they're rubber or silicone, but they help them so that they don't slide around. I know that we're gonna wanna keep those, but for instance, the ones that don't have that kind of rubber mat to them, those ones we never use because they're always sliding around and I'm worried about cutting myself whenever I'm cooking, so I never even use those. So I just wanted to kind of update you guys that maybe I won't be pulling everything out if I already know that I'm not going to use it. I use all of the rags up until they no longer can be used. Like some of them are even stained so that the stains didn't come out of. So I'm gonna leave these in this drawer, but I just noticed that this one is like literally falling apart. So I'm gonna try to like cut this off, but if I can sew it, that would be even better. This is kind of weird angle. The 𝐂𝐿 thermos I never used. I got this when I was in school, I believe. So this thing is like 2.5 years old, almost 3 years old. I haven't used it in the last 6 months. The Yeti thermos, we usually go for this one instead of the 𝐂𝐿. We do have 2 Yetis. I'm using the other one for my coffee right now, and I don't think we need any more. It's just Justin and me. So I'm gonna clean this up and I'm going to donate it to somebody that's going to actually use this guy. I'm keeping this water bottle. Justin has one in his car. This long thing is Justin's. I'm not gonna declutter his stuff because that's disrespectful, 1, and 2, I just don't know what this is used for. So I did talk to him earlier today and he did say that I can declutter these 2 blender bottles. Also this guy, it's an automatic wine opener. I don't really drink a lot of wine anymore, but we don't have a handheld wine opener, and I know it's really nice for special occasions, so I don't want to just get rid of this. I still want to keep this guy because it comes in handy when I do want a glass of wine. So since this table is already pretty full, I'm gonna kind of just get started. We have 2 scoopers and we use these for like if we're making cookies or for ice cream. Honestly, I prefer one that doesn't have the little thing, so we just really need this one. But I'm going to make a pile. I don't have a lot of space in here, so I'm gonna have to like make it on the floor, which is kind of weird, but it has to happen. So I'm gonna make 3 piles down there: donate, sell, and then what we can ask if our friends would want. So that's what we're gonna do. Next, I'm gonna go through our utensils because I know we have some duplicates, but I wanted to wait until this video to actually declutter them. Keeping this one over these 2 I don't even know what this one's used for. I don't think we've used this one like ever. Justin doesn't like this one. I want to find a new spatula that's made out of wood that's more wide, like this one, because we use this one all the time. It's starting to get like chipped and broken. So this is something that we might not move with. We don't use the tongs very much. Do we want to keep this one for noodles?
Yeah.
Now we have just like one type of each utensil. See what we can do with these guys. We're gonna see maybe if somebody here wants them. The first thing I do want to talk about really quickly before we get into pots and like strainers is this little guy. So we got this food processor literally the first apartment that we were moving into, and it barely works for us. You can only do so much in this. Still works great. Like it's still, there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't work for us, and we just like end up not ever using it. So it's like gathering dust in our cabinet. We haven't used this pot once. It comes in a set though, so I'm gonna have to talk to Justin about this. I'm gonna put it in the possibly donate pile. We use this massive guy all the time for like making stir fry. We do have two big pots. One of them was not part of the set that we got for Christmas that maybe we could get away with just having one. So I'm gonna put this big pot over in the donation pile. This strainer, the like top is like peeling off and it looks horrendous. But we do use this all the time. I don't think we'll bring it with us because it takes a lot of space. We will be keeping this for now, but I do plan on getting rid of this for the move. And this is not something I would donate. This is something that I would probably have to toss or ask a friend at like his fraternity or something if they want it. But the rest of this we're keeping, so yay. In this drawer, we mainly have like oven mitts, which we definitely don't need this many. I think the problem here is that Justin isn't able to put his hand in this one because it's a little bit too tight. Because this isn't good for both of us, I think I'm going to part ways with this one. Then we have stasher bags, which we keep, a pizza cutter, and then these two knives are Justin's. He loves these knives. I'm not sure exactly why because we already have a knife set, so I'm going to ask him if we need to keep these or if we can get rid of them because I never use these knives. So we have like wax paper in here that we never use. I feel like we could find somebody that we could give this to. And then we do use aluminum foil, but I need to like find out if there's a better alternative. We use this in our toaster oven and we replace it every now and then, but we try to just like rub off any crumbs that we can and reuse it as often as we can. If we do use aluminum foil and it does still come out clean, we end up folding it up and reusing it and just storing it in here. We like never use this plastic wrap anymore, so I'm gonna see if we can find somebody that we can donate this to. The parchment baking paper we do use every now and then, but honestly I don't think we really need to. And then in here we just have a rolling pin and we have a whole bunch of lids for mason jars. If you guys struggle with this, let me know. When we move into a house, I want a better organization system for all of our drawers, and I'm excited to share that with you guys when we're going through that journey and that process. We do have large baking cups that I use for muffins, so I will be keeping these and we will use these up. Down here we have our pans and we use every single one of these. I know in this drawer we use most of our stuff, but we do have two of the silicone baking mats and we only technically need one. We have one cookie sheet and that's enough for us. This is the second mat. We don't need two, so we're gonna look and see if maybe a friend of ours needs one. I use this muffin tin often, and I think we're gonna be keeping this. I mean, we might get rid of it for the move, but we'll just have to kind of see. And then we have a glass version of the stoneware that we already have, so we will be donating this one. So it's actually day 2 of this kitchen and pantry declutter session, and that's mainly because when I left you guys yesterday, I was starting to get real hungry. So I decided to stop right there, listen to my gut, and just kind of like chill the rest of the night. But now I am all refreshed today. I have another cup of coffee and I'm ready to finish the kitchen and move on to the pantry, which shouldn't take much time. With that being said, let's get into it. Oh, there's the sun. Going into Tupperware, most of these we are going to keep, like the ones with the clear lids. But as you can see, these ones literally breaking and falling apart, and they just aren't usable anymore because a lot of the time they spill. We are going to first see if anybody needs these, anybody local. We're not gonna sell them, we're gonna give them away for free because they are obviously broken. Next up are spices. So I know I've accumulated a lot, especially when I was first going vegan and learning how to cook that kind of food. And I definitely know now what I like to use and what I don't like to use. So I'm gonna go through all of my spices and get rid of the ones that I don't find myself using often or like at all. For instance, I have white pepper because one recipe called for white pepper. I am going to see if anybody around here would like to have white pepper. We're not just gonna throw this stuff away. I'm gonna put the right side as things that I wanna let go of, and the left side is going to be what I want to keep. I'm also gonna go through and condense whatever I need to. So it looks like we're only having to get rid of a couple, which is really cool because that means most of this I do use on a regular basis. So we've been pretty good. I actually recently learned that I might have allergic reactions or at least inflammatory reactions to garbanzo beans. So actually recently I've been not eating garbanzo beans, and I don't think we will be before the move. I think we're kind of avoiding them for right now. So we're gonna see if anybody else wants these dried beans. So I have 2 packets of dried cranberries, but I'm pretty sure this one from Thrive Market is no longer good. Maca powder I haven't been using like at all. I used to add it to my coffee, but I realized it was starting to hurt my stomach, so I stopped using it. So I'm gonna have to clear this out because I've had it for I think 2 years now, and so it's probably not good. I honestly don't know why we have powdered sugar. I'm pretty sure this isn't actually vegan because I know sugar is kind of tricky, so but we haven't used this, and I'm pretty sure we've had this for like 2 years too. We just kind of brought it along with the move. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get rid of this because I don't see us using this in the future. This is also Justin's, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna ask him if he wants to keep this. Brown rice has been giving me digestive issues. I know we just bought this bag, but I'm gonna see if anybody around town will want to take this off our hands. And this is what ended up in our donation / see if we can give to somebody local pile. After decluttering everything, I went to my computer and I filled out my inventory sheet with everything that we were donating or selling. I really hope you guys enjoyed this kitchen and pantry declutter and organization video. If you did, please hit the like button down below, and please subscribe if you enjoy videos around minimalism and holistic self-improvement. I can't wait to see you guys in next week's video.